This is our 13-minute dumbbell Tabata circuit. First warm up for 5 minutes. This is 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest with 3 rounds. 10 to 15 pound dumbbells recommended. Let's go. We're going to start out with our deadlift to front squat. That's a deadlift to front squat for 30 seconds. You want to hold the bells at your side or in front of your thigh. Hinge forward, come up, curl it up, and front squat. Uncurl and go right into your deadlift. I'm a stickler for good form, so make sure that you keep a slight bend, a soft bend in the knee, curl it up and squat. Now, we all have different limitations, so squat as low and hinge forward as much as you can without causing any undue stress. Next, we're going to go into our modified lat lunge right. So the modification is to stand with your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart and lunge over to your right side. So you're bending your right knee as you lunge over to your right side. That would be your modification. If you're not doing the modification, you want to step out to your right side with the bells in between the legs. Push off of your outside foot, that right foot, and push back to center. Let's get ready for our modified lateral lunge. Left. Again, the modification, you want to step with your feet a little wider than shoulder width. As you lunge to your left side, the bells are between your legs. You're hinging forward and putting all of your weight on that left hip and glute. Make sure to keep your core engaged and look straight ahead. Try not to look down in your lateral lunge, modified lateral lunge. We're working the outside of our hips and thighs. I am using 20-pound dumbbells, but as I mentioned before, 10 to 15 pounds is cool, is recommended. This is our hinge, our alternating hinge forward. So if you notice, I'm hinging forward, bells are at my side, and I'm alternating right and left as I step back. Balance here. Remember, you want to hinge forward, no rounding of the back, and keep your shoulders squared, head, neck, and spine in alignment. Again, keep that core engaged and just step back, hold that hinge. Again, this is our lower body Tabata circuit. Alternating hinge. We're going to come down on the floor with one of your dumbbells. You're going to do a cross-legged bridge. So cross that left ankle over the right knee, press the dumbbell between the hips and press up. And press up. You want to make sure that you are concentrating on that lift and that you are squeezing that right glute as you lift. Cross leg bridge. Lift up and squeeze. Concentrate on squeezing the glute, that right glute. Cross leg bridge right. Crossing your right ankle over your left knee. We're going to go into our cross leg bridge left. Lift and squeeze. And as I mentioned before, you want to concentrate on pushing that heel into the floor. Come up all the way up, pressing that heel, that hip to the ceiling, and you want to feel that squeeze in your left glute. Lift and squeeze. Remember, you want to work at your own pace, but this is a workout and you are here to challenge yourself. So go all out. Let's go. 2 seconds left. This will complete round one. Round one. So let's drink some water, wipe that sweat, and you're going to take your 30-second rest. In the beginning, I had mentioned that there is a 10-second rest in between each exercise. I would prefer that. I think that that's more of a recovery instead of a rest or transition to the next exercise. So we have 10 seconds left remaining of your recovery. Remember, this is where you want to get your water. You want to wipe off your sweat and get ready. Your next exercise is our deadlift front squat. Deadlift front squat. Hinge forward, curl up, and front squat. You're holding those bells at your shoulders. Hinge forward, deadlift, working glutes and hamstrings. Squat, working glutes, quads, and hamstrings. And as for your breath, I like to inhale, exhale, curl, inhale, exhale as I come out of that squat. Remember, keep your core engaged because your core is always working. Let's get ready for that modified lat lunge right. Feet apart. So the modification, you're holding that bell between the legs and you're lunging to your right side. That left leg remains straight. So you're just lunging to the right side, concentrating on the muscles of that right hamstring and glute. And be mindful to keep your core engaged. Don't lean forward, don't bend forward or round in your upper back. Look straight ahead. The lateral lunge concentrates on your hamstring and glute muscles and core, so keep your core engaged. Move into our modified lat lunge left. Stand with your feet wider than shoulder width apart. Keep those bells between your legs and you lean over to your left side, looking straight ahead and concentrate on the muscles that you are working. So here you want to concentrate, have in mind your left glute and hamstring. Tight core, pushing off. If you're doing the other version, the more advanced version, you want to make sure that you push off of your outside foot, your left foot, and push back to center. Inhale and push back to center. Getting ready for our alternating hinge step back, which works glutes, hamstrings, as well as the low back. So tighten the core, hinge forward, and just alternate and step back. Again, you want to be mindful not to round through your back and keep your ear, shoulder, and hip in alignment. Maintain that hinge position, step back. If you can go on the ball of your toe is fine, or the tip of your toe, the ball of your foot or tip of your toe. We have 8 seconds remaining. Hinge forward. Keep those abs tight, keep them contracted, and maintain neutral spine and alignment. Step back. Cross leg bridge. Remember, you're going to bring one bell down to the floor with you. Cross that bell over your hip, cross that left leg over your right knee and lift up and squeeze. You should be feeling this in the hamstring and glutes. Pressing that hip all the way to the ceiling and squeeze at the top. Don't just go through the motions, concentrate on the work, on the muscles that you are working. Lift and squeeze, 2 seconds. You're going to transition to your cross leg bridge left. So cross that right ankle over the left knee, bell at the hip, lift and squeeze. Let's go. Lift off. You really want to concentrate on feeling that contraction in your glute and hamstring of that left leg. This is round 2. You're halfway through round 2, more than halfway through. You're completing round 3, or round 2, sorry. 2, and good job. Getting ready for round 3, our final round. So again, this is your 30-second recovery or rest. This is where you want to grab a quick sip of water. You want to make sure that you stay hydrated and wipe away that sweat. Let's finish strong and get ready for our final lower body circuit, starting out with our deadlift front squat. Deadlift front squat. So bells in front, hinging forward, curl it up, front squat. Inhale, exhale as you come out of that squat. You want to make this last round as good as the first round. Inhale, come out of the squat. Look straight ahead, keeping those bells at your shoulders when you come out, come up. That helps to keep you in neutral spine, to be mindful to look straight ahead. Don't look down. You don't want to cause any pain in your low back. We move with intention. Stepping out with your feet wider than shoulder width. This is our modified lateral lunge right. Stepping out to the side. Again, you're working outer hip, glute, hamstring on that right side. And if you're doing the more advanced version, as I mentioned before, you want to make sure that as you lunge side, you push off of that right foot back to center and be mindful to look straight ahead. Modified lateral lunge left. Feet wider than shoulder width. What makes this more modified is you're not doing the bounding, you're not bouncing, you're not jumping. You're still getting the work. Concentrate. Now, if you have any issues with your knees, I recommend that it's okay for you to wear the sleeves over your knee. That keeps everything nice and warm and keeps the tendons and ligaments, everything in alignment as you do your work. And it allows your body the chance to, those muscles, tendons, and ligaments to get stronger as you're working. So it doesn't mean that the modification is easier, but you're just being smart. You know your body and you don't want to cause any further injury. This is our alternating hip hinge. Alternating hip hinge back step. So I'm maintaining, hold that hinge forward and just alternate right and left. For balance, you want to start out with stepping onto the ball of your foot, and as you get more comfortable, go to the tip of your toe. Keeping those abs engaged, hinged forward, alternating step back. You're going to come down on the floor. Last time, this is our cross leg bridge. Concentrating on the glute and hamstring of that right leg lift. Inhale, exhale as you lift and squeeze that right glute and hamstring. Lift and squeeze. This is our lower body Tabata dumbbell circuit. 3 rounds. This workout is roughly about 13 minutes long. Get ready for your last set of cross leg bridge left. Crossing that right ankle over the left knee and lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. This is our last set, last round of our lower body Tabata circuit. Lift and squeeze. And 3, 2, 1. Mission complete. I'll see you next time. Thank you.